Okay, Isaac, I'm going to try to help you get caught up a little bit here. The email you sent said that you had redone your homework, but you're not doing the homework check quizzes in Schoology. You did one, and then you never did any others. And so I have no way of seeing what you've done. I have no way of giving you a grade until you do the actual homework check quizzes, because that's where your grade comes from. And you also haven't done your quizzes and tests either. So I'm going to just pull up in a video what this work looks like. You watch the video so that you can see what you're supposed to be doing, because that's just easier than me trying to type out an explanation. So when you log into your Schoology and you click on courses up here at the top, all of your courses are listed, and you're going to go down here to Geometry B, which is the class that you're in right now with me, and all of your NTI Day work is here under NTI Days March 16th through May 22nd. If you go over here and click on grades, you can see what your grades are at the moment in Schoology, and I just transfer those grades over to Infinite Campus manually as you finish things up. And you'll notice that all of these homework quizzes, all these homework checks, all these daily works, you have no grades for them because you haven't completed them. The only item you've done is that very first Unit 8 Quiz 1, and you did that little homework check quiz, got 5 out of 5, and other than that you have no grades. So this is why you have a bunch of zeros in Infinite Campus. It looks like you started these quiz checks, but you never submitted them. So because they never got finished and submitted, I can't see a grade. So when I look in my view, I see a blank there. I can't even look at the work that you have done so far. So you've got tests that you've missed. There are makeup tests that you can do. It looks like you started the Unit 8 test, but, well, unless that may just be your due date, so maybe not. But the only thing you've done so far that I actually can see to give you a grade for is this one little quiz. So that's why you have zeros. And right now, it's 4:45 p.m. and I'm not sure when you emailed me and said that you had redone work, I'm not sure what you've done, but I don't have any evidence of that work because what I'm basing your grade on is still empty here. So I want to show you how to do that. So we're going to go back to materials on this top area here, this top choice, and everything you need to do is here in the NTI Days, and you'll notice anything that's upcoming is going to be listed over here, but you're way behind on clicking on things, so you'll have to actually go back and go through one day at a time to get that finished up. You do have Unit 7 and 8 resources here, which is where all the answer keys are to the 2 units that we've already completed, to go back and check any homework before you take your individual quizzes. So if we click on NTI Days here and open that folder up, you'll see that all of your work is organized by week. You have the day-to-day schedule here. If you click on that, it'll give you every single day since we have been out exactly what you were supposed to complete. But each individual day also has that outline. So we're just going to go back to the beginning, that very first week of March the 16th. And if you've already done your paperwork and already checked your work on paper, this should go pretty quickly because you're just going to go through and click on some things so that I can see evidence of completion. So we're going to click on Monday the 16th, very first day. And on Monday the 16th, you have today's assignment, so you can click there to see what you're supposed to get done. So today you were supposed to complete pages 12 and 13 in your practice packet, then complete the quiz. Now, when you complete your pages in the practice packet, I can't see those. I'm not going to physically take those up. I'm never going to get that piece of paper, nor do I want that piece of paper. But the quiz is your evidence that you have completed it to show me what was on your paper. Okay, so we're going to go back. I'm just going to go back here and click. Actually, that's a little hard to see, isn't it? Click back up here on this Monday, March 16th folder to go back to the main folder. And there's some things here you probably don't need. The free online calculator, you pull that up if you need to use a calculator. And then here's the packet, the scan of the packet. If you don't have the written copy, which I'm pretty sure you have the hard copy of that, So that's a digital copy should you not have the paper copy. And so when you go to do this quiz, you should already have those pages done on paper. So you're going to click on your practice quiz. So this is the part that you have not done yet. Okay. Okay, and so it looks like it says, we noticed you did not complete your last attempt. Would you like to resume? So maybe you started it and didn't finish it. I don't know. So we're going to click on resume, because everything you have in here is you can go back to if you need to. So I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing that you haven't clicked on any answers. So we're going to do this first one together. So number 1 on today's practice worksheet. And of course I don't have that worksheet handy, because that would have been too smart for me. So let me grab my copy. Come on, Miss Ernest. Guess I should have gotten my ducks in a row before I started the video, but we're going to just roll with it here. So page 12 and 13 was some 7-3 extra practice. So, I'm trying. 7-3 practice. 7-3 extra practice. Okay. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, well, Miss Rice hopes this is the right one. So problem number 1, it's yes by angle should be the correct answer. So I'm just looking at my copy of the worksheet. Number 5, we're supposed to complete the statement. Triangle TV is congruent to triangle UWX. So we're going to click in the blank so that we can type in, come on, UWX. And I'm not at all worried about capitalization. Yes, we're going to use that. And, nope, I got to go back and redo that one. That one didn't work quite right. I want to edit it, and I don't know how to do that, so we'll have, return to page 1, and this is my first try doing it from student. Okay, so there we go, UWX, okay. And okay, so it wants me to review the answer, and that's a little bit cumbersome. I'm going to go back to page 1. Okay, fill in the blanks obviously are not the most friendly things. You don't have many of those though, so good Miss Rice didn't use a lot of those. Okay, so number 7, we want the height of the flagpole, and it was 16 feet. So we're going to click on 16 feet. Number 4 wants the answer to problem number 9 on the worksheet. Number 9, the answer was 36 feet. Click on that one. And number 5, we want the answer to number 12. How tall is the tree? The tree was 20 meters tall, not feet, but we're going to roll with 20. Okay, so we're going to click on review answers. And I'm going to scan through to make sure that we agree with those, and we want to make sure after we look them over that we click on submit, because if you don't submit those, Ms. Rice does not get your answers, does not get your work. Are you sure? Yes. And you only get 1 attempt, so once you submit, you're done. You can't go back to it. Alright, so you've attempted the assessment 1 time, reached the maximum allowed, and your grade was 5 out of 5. So now you have 5 points for doing the practice quiz check from the first day. Okay, so that was Monday, March 16th. Okay, now I want to go back and do Tuesday's work. So I'm going to go back to the week of March 16th. These are actually links up here at the top. If I click on week of March 16th through the 20th, that's probably the easiest. Go back to that week, go to Tuesday, March the 17th. You have the same things here. Now we did a study guide quiz check here, so you complete your study guide in your practice packet, which it sounds like you've already done. Check it in your Unit 7 folder, and you go here, click on that, and you do a 5-question quiz over the study guide. So basically your daily grades are going to be for completing these little quiz checks. So on any day that you have a quiz, and it's going to look like a little puzzle piece, anything that looks like a puzzle piece is something that you have to do to get your daily grade, and that's the part that you have not done yet. So you need to just go back and do your day-to-day quizzes and tests. There's something to do on just about every single day. And you're just going to systematically march through each of those days from the 17th forward. When you get to the 18th, now the 18th, let's go back to the week. And it's a little bit slow because I'm fighting with a college student in the room next door for internet. When you go to Wednesday the 18th, you'll notice that there was a test that day, and you missed that test, and you're going to need a grade for that test. You're going to need to actually take that test. But there's a note here that says this test is no longer active. That one closed on midnight of that day. So you'll find the makeup test below the Friday, March 27th folder. It's actually in the main folder now. I moved it so that it was easier to access. So when you go back to the main NTI Day folder, you're going to notice at the bottom of the NTI Day folder that organizes things by weeks, you have your Unit 7 makeup test here, which you have a couple of hours to work on once you start it. And that's your makeup test. So you're going to need to go back and take that makeup test. Take your time, work out the questions, use your Chapter 7 notes and homework packet for reference as needed. And then you missed the Chapter 8 test yesterday. Yesterday's Unit 8 test you've missed. So you'll have to do that makeup test here after you've worked through that information. So you need to go back, starting with that first week. We've already done the Monday work together in this video, and pick up on Tuesday and work forward. And when you're not sure when you're not sure what you haven't gotten done, as you go day by day, you can always go over here and click on grades and look at your list and see what's missing. So now you have the 8-1 homework done, and back here you have the practice check done for, that's the one that we just finished. When all of these have numbers, then you're caught up. So you've got a good bit of work to do. You've got about 3 weeks. That last week of school, you're going to have just basically for catch-up time. We'll take a test over the last unit that last Monday of the last full week, and then the rest of that week is just going to be time to catch up on work. But if you've already got your paperwork done, then this is really just about going back and using the papers that you already have finished to take these little daily quizzes and get those grades, because this is where your grade in Infinite Campus is going to come from. So these have to be completed, because that's the only way I can see evidence of work that you've done. Okay, so that's your task. And if you have more questions, feel free to email me, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can.